Welcome back.
Welcome back to episode number
3.
3. We're very, very glad you have joined us again on this week's episode where we tell you the tea. How our friends reacted to us getting pregnant.
Yes.
Or like somebody told me, knocked up.
Who was that? Tell me now.
Girl, my ex-best friend. Well, she didn't tell me. She told other people in our hometown. Oh, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Spell.
We'll get into it. But just as a little reminder,
Our giveaway. Boop, boop, boop. Remember to like, comment, and share.
on your stories, Instagram, follow Asubi Luggage and Mom's Time Out.
So you can win this beautiful piece.
It is called the Go Max 22 inch. It's called it is called the Go Max 22 inch carry on, and it is up for grabs. So go join our giveaway.
Woo.
Okay, let's get into it.
You want to start? Because I feel like the tea is brewing.
Okay.
And it's about to overflow.
So I told you all how my parents reacted. My family was not happy with me. Pregnancy at this point in my life, everybody was like, what is she doing? What happened? You know, we didn't know she was busting it open. Popping it. In other words, how people like to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was that?
Ew. I'm really embarrassed.
Anyway, at this point, I made the little mistake of posting on my close friends a video of Lance, actually, where I think we were at Target, and all I said was, oh, he's gonna be the best daddy. And somebody, I don't remember who was on my story or on my close friends, but told another person that I was friends with, that then told my ex-best friend, that then told my good old friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but you know who you are because you texted me.
Ooh. Getting called out.
But yeah, so let's say my friend's name is Peter. Peter texted me and it was like, hey, just so you know, what's her name? Sarah called me and told me that, quote, and he said in quotation marks, she said you got knocked up. And as a little background, Sarah is my ex-best friend. We had been friends since middle school. I was in her quinceañera. I was, in all of her, just growing up, we were really close. We had fallen out the year before over something I think so stupid, but I'm very grateful that friendship is over. I think I've told you this before. Like, I had to always apologize on her behalf.
Which you shouldn't do.
I shouldn't do. You should never have to, like, behind closed doors tell people I'm sorry that she said that or get offended. She would say things about my religion. She would say things about other people. If you did not have the same opinion as her, you were called conservative or just like all these like different things. Like, she was not good with other people's opinions but her own. So when our friendship ended, like I said, it was over something so stupid. We took a girls trip. Never take a girls trip with college students, honestly, because somehow you're not going to end up being friends with them.
I've always heard that.
It's honestly so bad. Just like people say never take a girls trip to Miami. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like girls trips, somehow you just never end up being friends with them afterwards. But yeah, so she was telling people around town that I had got knocked up. And that was a no. That was a no for me. I was so close to texting her, like a really big paragraph. Like we've been friends, like we have been friends for so long. Like how could you like do this? And it's kind of like her mom had gotten pregnant in college too, and so she was telling people all these things about me. I don't know if it was to like make herself feel better or make herself feel relevant in my life still or what it was. But I knew like I was still in Idaho and like people in Ohio already knew. And I was like, you're blocked for a reason. So you don't know my life. She'll probably somehow see this. So hello. I miss you sometimes.
You're so sweet.
Wish we were still friends, but what you did really hurt me. But I still send you positive, good vibes.
You're missing out on something hella good. So
You could be an auntie right now.
I'm an auntie though.
But yeah, that's kind of how that friend reacted.
That sucks.
But on a positive note, my like best friend of all time, her name is Diana. She was there for me. Like Lance's best friend Benji found out the same night that he arrived to Idaho, and Diana also found out I think that same day. And Benji and Lance had like a heart to heart moment. Like I think they were both crying in my bedroom. Like, you know, like this is like real life.
Oh my gosh.
Benji and Diana deserve to be together. I say this all the time. They both know it.
Now I need to see these people.
They play too much. But I honestly am you know like those memes where like me rooting for my best friend, like that's how I am for their relationship, but they're playing with each other. But yeah, she reacted amazingly. Like she was there at my baby shower. She's been like she FaceTimes me. She cares about Adrian so much, and I love her for that. And she's my best friend till we ride or die.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love that.
My other
I
friends.
want to meet Diana.
She's actually gonna be here for our little ceiling wedding.
Aw.
Yeah. So
See you soon.
Yeah. But yeah, other friends reacted nice. I didn't really lose friends till like after I gave birth. So that's for later.
Yeah.
How did your friends react?
Mine was also after.
Really?
I think it was like, oh, it's so cool this girl got pregnant in high school.
Why is it like that?
Let me just show the world, and then they just kind of like
disappear. Why is it like
I don't know?
There's girls that are like, oh, I can't wait to be an auntie and like be there for your baby, and after the baby shower, they're like never seen again.
Yeah.
I actually had a few of those.
Yeah, I have quite a few of those.
Why?
Like no hate.
No hate at all.
You guys are great, but I don't know.
It is weird, right?
I'm just like, okay, like I don't need that.
Like, what were your friends like in high school though? Like when they found out you were pregnant?
Okay, so when it's pretty funny, and I don't think she's gonna watch this, but after I took the test in the morning and I got to school, I was really close friends with this girl named, and when I got to school, she was like the first person I saw, and like she knew everything about me and Kai, my husband. And so I locked eyes with her, and I was like going straight at her, and I was like, guess what? And she's like, what? And I was like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, no. But she's like, I knew it. I was like, I know. And so that was really funny. And I was like, you can't tell anyone. She's like, girl, I know. I'm like, great. And so then later on, it was like during advisory. Did you guys have advisory?
Is it like homeroom?
Yeah.
We like had like just a little like homebrew period. Like our second period of the day was homeroom.
This was kind of like a study hall.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, advisory. And this other friend, I always joke with her, and she's kind of like my mom, and she'll be like, be careful, like you're gonna end up pregnant,
close your legs.
And I would always joke with her and say like, I'm pregnant, and then I would just like, that was our thing. I would joke.
Like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Wolf. That one.
And so then this time I was like this time I was serious, and but I was smiling because I knew she would take it as a joke. And so I was like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, no, you aren't. I'm like, no, I'm actually pregnant. Like, pinky promise, I'm pregnant. And she's like, no, you're just doing that. I'm like, no, really. I know I always joke about this. And I showed her my ultrasound.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, you have to believe this. And then she's like, no, you just got it somewhere else. I was like, okay, the heartbeat. And she's like, no way. Like, no way. This real. I was like, okay, call my mom then. And then I don't remember if I called my mom, but I was like, then she finally, like, it clicked.
It clicked in her head. She's like, oh, shoot. Like,
Yeah.
she would never say, call my mom. Like, she was serious.
And so that was, like, a really big shock and everything. And we were still in school. So, like, not a lot of people were supposed to know because we went to a Christian international school in Singapore.
Oof.
And so, like, our parents just didn't want us to, like, get kicked out or whatever, which, like, I get. And we're
Did you guys have honor code? Like, at your school?
Yeah.
What was it?
I'm not really sure, but probably. Probably. I went there my whole life, so I kind of just went to that school.
There wasn't, like, any, like, rules, like, if you broke, like, you were automatically kicked out?
Probably, but I don't know.
She did not attend that school. She doesn't even go there.
I didn't go there. No, I honestly don't know. Probably.
It's funny. Because I also went to a college school, but it was... I also went to a Christian school, but it was college, and we had an honor code. And so
I'm gonna
like...
turn off my mic for a second. Okay, we're back.
I hope they're still working.
It should be just green.
Oh yeah, it is green.
Yeah, so we kept it quiet. I definitely told some people because I was like, I don't want to go through this alone. But pretty much no one knew. And so for everyone else, because of course we were dealing with this behind closed doors, it was COVID, no one knew. And so we graduated, and I posted something for that. And I had like in my graduation photos, it had to be like here up because I was already showing. And so I posted that, and then like a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, I post like our like we're pregnant or I'm pregnant, or you know what I mean.
What was the picture that you used? We'll insert an image right here.
Right here. This is what I used. Wait, for what?
For like your
graduation?
Honestly, both.
Okay, here's for graduation. Here's what we announced. Anyways, and so like so many people were like congratulations, blah, blah, blah. And I was really anxious because I felt really bad because so many people, or from what my mom told me, a lot of like of the younger girls in like middle school and elementary, they looked up to me. Oof. And so I felt really bad because, and like the moms would tell my mom like, oh, like they just thought I was a great kid, which I think I still was, but they didn't know the full story. I don't know, you know what I mean.
I think we should do, maybe this, we don't include this part, but I think we should do an episode where we talk about like the misconception of being a good kid and getting pregnant, because like I also face the same thing. Yeah.
But that was that. And so I just felt really bad for my parents because I was not the perfect child, obviously. And so a lot of my friends were shocked, but like there for me. And so I had, I mean, it was fine. I mean, there was of course rumors, but I've never cared about what other people think. And so I kind of just like, we're like, okay, whatever, like you're not going through this right now. So
she's Mrs. I don't give a F, and I am Mrs. Loki is a people pleaser.
Well, I used to be a people pleaser, but pregnancy showed me that no, we can't deal with people's sometimes.
BS. Yeah.
Bullshit. Oh yeah.
She full on said it.
But yeah, it showed me that not everyone's your true friend, even though it really seemed like it at the time. But yeah, I mean, nothing. I mean, there was probably bad stuff said, but like I said, I never really listened to that because I just didn't care about it. But I definitely lost friends, and after pregnancy, I couldn't. I could just see that, like, oh, okay, things are different now, and that sucks.
Yeah. I feel like maintaining friends from like your childhood and just like school sometimes it's hard when you finally like realize, oh, okay, like I have a baby at home and a husband, you know, um and a lot of these people are just like now entering like this different part of life where we no longer relate or we probably no longer like the same things. And it's hard because like I've known you majority of my life and we share so many memories, but like now we don't really speak.
Yeah,
It is hard.
yeah,
I will say I feel like I lost a lot of my friends like after high school because we no longer lived in the same state. But the friends that I did have in college, once I like got pregnant, it was kind of cool being pregnant with the. It's kind of cool being friends with the pregnant girl, kind of like you said.
yeah,
And now I like think about all these friends that I had, and every now and then maybe they'll like pop up like, "Hey, how are you?" or like, "Hope you've been doing well," but they never like actively like reach out and like, "How's Adrian?" or
yeah,
how was giving birth?"
yeah,
And I feel like that goes a long way
yeah. It does. It really does.
because it sucks to go through postpartum alone.
Yeah, I think for me, because I've always been, because I was a people pleaser in high
Mhm.
school. Um, and I would always check up on people because I genuinely cared.
Mhm.
And then, like, going through pregnancy and all that, and then kind of just seeing that, like, oh, people don't really care. Like, it's kind of like one sided. You feel like it's one sided. And then it's kind of like, why did I spend so many years? Like, just like, questioning yourself
Yeah.
and like,
Because kind of like when you become a mother, you get too busy to be the one reaching out all the
yeah.
time.
And
And
then it's like silence.
yes,
And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, I was the only one putting all the effort into this friendship.
right.
And that sucks.
Yeah. No, that really does suck. And motherhood is taxing. It's busy. And I feel like a lot of my friends, and I've had this conversation even with my best friend Diana before. She's like, oh, we should FaceTime more. She's told me, or I've told her. She's like, I just don't want to bother you. And I always love to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, maybe this person hasn't reached out in this many months because she thinks that I'm busy or she thinks that, whatever's going on at home or with Adrian. But like, it goes a long way. Like,
Yeah.
no matter if like you have a friend that's pregnant, call them. You don't know how hard it is to like be laying in bed, barely able to move at 8 months, and have like nobody checking up on you or asking like, hey, do you want to go to the mall? Like, even the invite just goes a long way.
Yep.
And postpartum too. Like, do that
For sure.
after your friend has given birth or just whatever.
Yeah. I mean, your friends were probably like this too, but they would want to see Asher.
Mm.
And I'm like, and we would go to cafes, but it was like really exhausting because
Mm-hmm.
like I just had a child like 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and of course they meant well, of
Mm-hmm.
course, but
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, this is exhausting, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't really.
Yeah. What's the best advice that you can give someone that has a friend that's about to give birth or just gave birth? Like, what would be your best advice in keeping like that friendship still going and not letting it die?
I think just a simple text like, "Hey, I'm thinking about you. Hope you're doing all right."
Mm-hmm.
Like even that means a lot. Or like, "Oh, it looks like you're doing great."
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't need a full on conversation. You know what I mean? I don't know. Or just being, or if you're like a there with them physically, just sitting there with them is
Yeah.
fine too,
Yeah.
and just like chilling.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, motherhood is like such a transition period. You don't want to lose, like, you don't want to feel like you're losing yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're losing your friends, you kind of feel like you're losing that fun part of you,
Mhm.
all those memories. So, yeah, honestly, that'd be the same piece of advice that I'd give someone. Like, reach out to them, send them a text, even call them spontaneously. Even if they don't answer, don't take it personally. Because, like I said, motherhood is busy, but they know in the back of their head, at least they tried, right? So
Yeah.
just do that. But that's how my friends reacted.
That's how my friends reacted. I'm still pretty close with a lot of my friends. I take that back.
My friends
I
have
have like
condensed.
two girlfriends
Mm-hmm.
from high school still. You know who you are.
And yeah, there's a lot of people that I wish I was still friends with. Like, just the memories that live on. Like, nothing bad happened, or like, you know, nothing bad. There was no drastic, dramatic ending to our friendships. But sometimes people grow in different directions or they move away. But sometimes it's nice to rekindle friendships. So if you have a friend you've been thinking of reaching out to, do that. Okay? Period, point blank.
It depends. But yes.
It depends. It depends. But yeah, that's how our friends reacted to finding out we were knocked up. I mean, we were pregnant. That we were pregnant.
The cutest babies ever.
Yeah, we'll have to show pictures of our boys.
This whole episode is just like
insert picture here. Insert picture here.
Okay. Well, hope you guys have a great week.